Welcome to the fourth day of the annual Novena, focusing on the founders of the Church of Quebec, who also shaped the faith and history of our Canadian country. The theme of our Novena this year is Engage in God's Project. Today, we will encounter a young and vibrant founder, Blessed Marie-Catherine of Saint-Augustin. Despite great hardships, she will eventually adopt her new country, Canada, and enrich it with her faith and generosity in order to realize God's project. Catherine's involvement in her missionary effort in Canada is a gift she will be able to constantly renew. It will bring her fulfillment and stability. Listen now carefully to a commentary given by Miss Isabelle Arton.
It seems to me that I want, or do not wish to want, anything else than the fulfillment of His holy will within me. In this I find my peace and my rest, and the joy that nothing in this world could possibly take away from me. Moreover, my dear aunt, please do not doubt of the stability I have found in this country. We must remain faithful to God until the end. It is for me a certainty that I will never depart unless everybody left.
The first and foremost commitment taken by Marie-Catherine occurred when she was 3.5 years old. It was for her to do everything according to the will of God. This she would do with love, abandonment, and availability. She quickly realized that by setting aside her own will, seeking only God's own, one can reach the peaks of spiritual life, that is, perfect union with Him. Like many others before her, Catherine spent time in the school of the Divine Master, thus allowing her a gradual transformation, leading her to become the living will of God, to quote Sainte Thérèse de l'Enfant Jésus. She had to sacrifice her own will in order to bind it more strongly to the will of God, who loves her and whom she loves above everything in the world. When the two wills form a single one, then God can affect more easily the soul. There are no more obstacles, and He can carry out His loving plans in her. As in the case of Catherine, it can sometimes happen that God makes use of a soul already given to Him to fulfill a particular mission. And the greatness of the mission goes hand in hand with the greatness of the self-giving. It may at times seem terrifying to commit to the project God has for us, for this implies a detachment and a renunciation of oneself. Nevertheless, there is no possible growth, human or spiritual, if a certain renunciation is absent. Often, the fear of losing something leads to a total loss. Truly, what is most essential for us is the presence of God within us. Remember, for instance, the words of Jesus. If anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. For whoever saves his life will lose it, but whoever loses his life for my sake and the gospel's will save it. For what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? Why should we be so fearful, knowing that God loves us infinitely and knows what is best for us? Marie-Catherine de Saint-Augustin tells us here if the fulfillment of God's will in herself was a burden for her human nature. In this fulfillment, I found a peace, a rest, and a joy that nobody in the world can take away from me. Bless Marie-Catherine de Saint-Augustin, help us give ourselves up in the hands of God, that He may realize in us His beautiful project of love and make us more in His image and likeness.
We are grateful to Isabelle Arton of the Blessed Marie-Catherine of Saint-Augustin Center for insightful commentary. Take the time to go and visit the lovely historical chapel of the Augustinian sisters located in Old Quebec. There, you may present your needs and sufferings to Blessed Catherine, who may intercede to God on your behalf. In the meantime, leave us with your prayers and comments concerning this video clip. Do not hesitate to share it with your friends. We will meet again tomorrow on the 4th day of our novena. Then we will hear Cardinal Lacroix reflect on a text from the Holy Jesuit Martyrs. Until then, may God bless you all.